Hey y'all, hey, welcome to Cosmic Kiss. I hope that in our time apart that you have been maintaining your integrity, y'all, that y'all are in a positive space and positive place mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that okay. And that the messages that we received today, that you're in a place of acceptance of what is for you. Excuse me, what is for you, that you're in acceptance of the message in its entirety if it is for you, okay? And that if it's not for you, you are able to dismiss what doesn't belong to you and see past our own ego and our own our own ego and our own self-limiting beliefs and self-limiting paradigms that just won't let us see the bigger picture. Okay. Now, I started this video a couple of seconds ago, and the first card that came out was the Tower card. And today I've been listening to Summer Walker's Clear EP, and in particular, the last song on the EP where she's like, "Put it on my grave." that phrase in particular has been just kind of like resonating throughout the day. So I just kind of been humming that part of the song, And another song is like basically put it on my grave before I, basically become another statistic, or basically fall into a situation that's superficial, and just become a number on the road. Or if I am on the road, stay on the road once I know I'm on the road. You know what I'm saying? And so here we have the Tower card. And what I got as that song was playing in my head, as I had to reshuffle, was this in essence will be an ancestral message. So there is a tower coming for all. I am directed to say. No, I'm guided to say, I'll say. A tower for all. But when I see all, I mean all people, but then a tower in all aspects. And towers oftentimes we associate, or people like to associate it with like a negative aspect, but I just think of like clearing the space. And ironically, here we have the 5 of coins. That has fallen, excuse me. And the 5 of coins has to do with unemployment and the scarcity mindset. So I don't know if this tower is going to be someone losing their job. But I don't feel like it's going to be long, because you have an ancestor in particular that is gifting you guidance. That's what I'm getting. Gifting you guidance through your spiritual practices, be it religious practices, non-denominational spiritual practices. However you connect with source, however you connect with the divine, and even if you don't venerate your ancestors, you just remembering grandpa so-and-so or big mama so-and-so, that in essence is ancestor veneration. You don't have to have a whole altar and shrine. Just having fond memories and relying or laying into those memories is ancestor venerations. But nonetheless, you have a paternal figure that is watching over this situation, that is going to gift you guidance in how to move forward. And then you have the Father of Wands, and as you can see, Father of Wands is about that action. Well, Wands energy, fire energy, is about that action, but he is literally about that action. He is planning, but his planning is about what I think is ironic is recycling the economy and resource. So how I said this tower might be for all. I get a worldly implication on that, and then I get a personal implication, a macro and a micro implication there. On the worldly implication, as far as like a tower that's going to come, that's going to kind of shake industries where people are going to be unemployed. And for those who have tapped in, who tap in, or who just listen to their intuition, who have a connection. I ain't even going to talk about how strong or how weak a connection is. If you are connected to the Most High, you're going to get some guidance on how to move forward. But as you see, it's like we have to go back to the drawing board with this planning on how to move forward. And notice he's in the woods, barefoot, but with the conventional board or the conventional classroom setting, yet he's not in a conventional classroom. So it's almost like the application of conventional knowledge to unconventional situations, or unconventional knowledge to conventional situations. Take that as you may. For, like I said, in the macro sense, as in on a worldly implication, a social implication, a national implication, and then take that on a micro as how does this convey in your personal life. All right, so back to this, put it on my grave. Like, it's almost like your ancestors are saying, put it on my grave, like that. Basically, you're gonna succumb to, I guess, the ills and the vows that may happen, that may be going on. It's like, basically, they're saying, put it on my grave. Like, baby, you, how people were like, I put it out on my mama, I put that on my so-and-so, I put, which they shouldn't be doing. It's like, the devil is a lie. It'll be a cold day in hell before you succumb or you fail at whatever you perceive that you're going to fail at, or you're not going to be successful in this upcoming stage, whether it's this tower is a positive tower or a negative tower. You know what I'm saying? And I won't say negative tower, but you know, it's not as fluffy and light and rewarding. It's going to require hard work or more hard work. But I really, though those cards have negative connotations, I don't see that. I see a rumbling and a shaking at the table. I see some changes getting ready to come about for everybody. Oh, I like how that one just pops out. Ooh. Yes. Okay, this is why they're saying they put it on my grave. Because, honey, you've been working. You've been working on the craft. You've been working on the gift. You have been working on a skill. And this young lady, she is a diviner. So she is divining. She's working on her skill of divination. And notice that I said, however you, whatever your spiritual connection is to the Most High. This is a spiritual connotation. So maybe this craft that you're working at, I know oftentimes, you know, we hear about tarot readers talking about, you know, other tarot readers and other diviners, and this is their gift, because if you follow biblical doctrine, that basically is going to be a time where basically his seers are going to come out, people who need to speak, his heralders, so to say, like his little Gabriels are going to come about, and he's going to speak to them through visions and dreams, and in essence, those are forms of divination in their skill set of divination. However, this isn't exclusive. This is not exclusive to any one spiritual practice, because we are all gifted. Now, whether we're gifted in sight, whether we're gifted in hearing, whether we're gifted in, you know, in sentience, it's all specific. It's not specific. It's all unique. And it might even be in a unique combination, but nonetheless, we all have been honed in this gift. A lot of people are just getting back into what connects them to source, what connects them to the omnipresent, omnipotent presence in all. Okay, because that's really what it's all about. I don't care what you call it. If your heart is calling out to the omnipotent presence within all, baby, in essence, we're talking to the same one. We as humans get caught up in our language about whether you call God, Allah, whether you follow this way. That's man's construct on how to connect with God, and that, or in essence, work on this craft and this skill, because divination is a biblical. I don't want to say biblical. It's in the Bible. They talk about diviners and the breastplate that seers wear. They reference a lot of people who divine in the Bible, because back in the day, that was a gift that was highly sought after. But I feel like it was tainted, like it is now, for the love of money, for the love of worldly possessions, when it should be a divine act, which is why it's called divination, because it is divine, communicating with the divine in a more explicit and specific and unique way to help all, not just yourself. But nonetheless, y'all are working on this gift. Your ancestors, your spirit team, the Most High is basically saying, whatever's coming, you're going to be guided on that. You're going to know exactly, even if that's them, like, all right, now when this happens, you're going to do this, or if this plan just, as you say, just comes to you, you're going to have the blueprint for how to continue. You how to continue with the craft that you're working on, and how to be successful in an unconventional, maybe newly unconventional setting in a conventional way, or like I said, in an unconventional way in a conventional setting. All right, the next card, because I've been shuffling the heck out of these cards, and cards have been sliding, but I was too busy looking at the sky. All right. Six of swords, is that? Six, sorry. Two of nines, excuse me. And we got Miss Mamas, who's balanced. So they're gonna need you to be balanced. You're gonna need to be in a state of balancing, staying grounded, or getting into activities that get you grounded, that keep you grounded, that help you maintain your grounded state, or a grounded state, so that you can continue working on this craft. And it's almost like as this tower and all these things come about, that you know with confidence how to move forward, whether it's conventional or unconventional. Okay. Oh, look at that. Four of Wands. All right. So the Four of Wands, usually when I think about the Four of Wands, I think about traveling. Okay. But here you have a couple. He's balanced, but he's holding her up as she is in an extremely flexible pose, but in essence, she's in the balanced state. And the amount of trust between these two individuals, her and him, and him and her, because she could, lose her grip. She could shake about, her fear could affect him and cause him to fall, and his fear and insecurity can cause her to fall. Now I'm going to look in the book for this definition, so just give me a second. All right, give me a second. But I know that Four of Wands normally talks about celebration, a union, traveling. Oh, look how the book just went straight to it. So the Four of Wands, the traits described are harmony and celebration. The card's description is: a couple showcases their synchronicity through balance and strength while exercising and working together. Four of Wands is about honoring your growth to this point. Stand back and look at how far you have come. This card is a call to celebrate all the little wins you've enjoyed throughout your lifelong voyage. Take pride in your growth, development, and alignment. The couple lives their life confidently, knowing they are breaking generational curses, building roots, and generational wealth, all while grounded in living authentically. They show appreciation to their ancestors by creating a solid work-life balance and making time for rest and honor those who were unable to in the past. Pause and take time to admire where you are in the moment. There are so many reasons to celebrate. Work can begin again tomorrow. And so in aligning, it says hosting a neighborhood gathering. In yin, or in harmony as well, is commitment, moving to places to set roots, a strong ancestral connection, home. Okay. This uprooting, or this tower moment may be one that uproots you to take you back to a place that you didn't know was home. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that means for anybody, but this about uprooting, I mean this tower, this may possibly has called you, if you haven't already, relocated or to relocate in order to basically establish your roots, new roots, to set your roots somewhere else. Interesting. And they're going to show you exactly how to get there. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. Keep your head down. Keep doing what you're doing. Make time for rest. Like this balancing lady here. Make time for rest, but at the same time, know that they're working with you. Your ancestors, your spirit team, they are working with you consistently. Alrighty. To make sure that this happens. So I hear fear not. Fear not. Fear not, fear not. For he is not giving us a spirit of fear, but a love, power, and a sound mind. Let me do one more shuffle. I wish y'all the best on this journey, because I know it's been rough for some. Everybody's journey has been rough, and this ain't no struggle battle. Defend it. So how this card talks about reflecting on where you've come from, how far you've come, and enjoy celebrating the wins, big and small. Here's the Seven of Knives, defending. defending where you are now, not for the sake of being defensive, but if you have any energies or people around you trying to sway you, or in essence, new faces speaking from the old paradigm, because the old paradigm you may have moved away from, or the old way of thinking and the old voices you used to hear, you're not listening to them anymore. You're no longer connected to those voices, so you got new faces singing old songs. Stand 10 toes down in what you have learned, what you have experienced, but don't be so defensive where you're not open to new experience. Don't be on defense, but know how to defend when it's time to defend, you know. Notice he can defend. He don't got a sword in his hand. He just ready like, oh, you on that type of time? So I'm on this type of time. But if you ain't, I can put my hands down because I ain't even grabbed the sword yet. And the last two cards that have fallen out are the Star card and the Justice. Yeah. Man, this has been a long journey for some of y'all. This has been a long journey for some of y'all. I don't know if Aquarius season is going to be significant, but I know this. Normally I talk about how graceful they look, but for whatever reason, this star over this crescent moon is really catching my attention. Okay. Sorry about that. But I don't know what in particular. I'm gonna have to sit with this a little bit, with this star on the Star card. Why in particular in this moon? I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Alrighty, but something about this time is going to bring about some justice. Some justice. Look at your ancestors working out hard and stuff. Look at your spirit team. Look at the Most High's angels over here just working hard to balance this scale for you. Maybe this tower is present. Maybe this tower is from the past, and maybe this tower is what's to come. Maybe this unemployment state is a state that you were in, or something you went through and you were guided, through it step by step as you continue working on your craft, learning how to stay balanced, you know what I'm saying, and working in harmony, not just with a physical partner, but with a spiritual partnership within yourself, with your higher self, because that's a spiritual relationship, your ancestors, your angels, and even though I talk about them, I look at them as an extension, like dispatch for the Most High. Okay, I'm never negating the relevance. I could never negate the relevance of God, or whatever you want to call the omnipotent presence and all. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry, y'all. I just had a whole coughing fit. But okay, so, and I also was compelled to look in the book to read the description for the Star card, because I know the Star card means hope, and it has to do with Aquarian energy, which is resting in the I know, not necessarily I know all, but there's a certain knowledge that's within us because it's been bestowed upon us. It is genetically in us, and that's our inner knowing. But our knowing that we still don't know it all. But there's just some things that we just know without knowing that we are understanding how we know what we know. And so the traits for this card are hopes, blessing, and yes. A couple are freed of their shackles, joyously following the light from the North Star. The two are ready for a calm of freedom after a storm and the devastation of enslavement. They celebrate clarity after years of disillusionment. They hope, knowing that everything they need is within them. Their gifts, abundance, and wisdom are all the sweeter for the struggles and challenges they endured. The star speaks to creativity, inspiration, and asking how we can spread hope. Excuse me. The couple will need healing after overcoming a struggle. Head tower energy. Crazy. Take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. Y'all, okay, because come on, y'all. Come on, spirit team. Come on, spirit team. Faith, renewal, hope, spirituality, new opportunities, financial payouts, inspirations, creativity, serenity, healing, positivity. An affirmation to say is, I draw and enjoy abundance in all forms with a heart of gratitude. Come on, y'all. I love how Spirit just wraps this up for you without having to say anything. So, with that said, it's been a long struggle. This may, like I said, this may be my past struggle. This might be what you're currently doing. Some currently going through. Some of y'all might be at the tower stage. Some of y'all might be down here, still learning how to balance it within. But wherever you are, know that this is the outcome, that you have blessings. You are about to be liberated by this situation. You're going to be liberated from this situation, that none of this was in vain. Okay. With that said, y'all be good. Y'all stay sweet. Okay. And I will talk to y'all next time.